Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pesca. If you're joining me for the very first time, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always sticking up with me every other weekend. I am glad that you are with me in today's video as well. So last week we had been talking about the changes that you want to see for 2022. And if you have not watched that video, please make sure that you watch that video. I'll definitely link in the video from last week in the description box below, so make sure that you watch that video as well. So the new year means a new chapter, a reason to start all over again, especially if you feel that you just didn't accomplish your goals last year. Definitely you can start over again, and whatever it is that you decide to do, make sure that you do not give up. So I just really wanted to share a few areas that we can go about in detail, and some of the things that I am working on and that you can do, and so probably give you some ideas as well on how you can get started and what else you can do. And yeah, maybe this video could give you a reason to kind of think deeply into the area of your life you really want to work on. So like I talked about last week, that we need to focus on the results. We need to focus on the areas in our lives where we want to see change, and the results that we are trying to focus on, and the things that we really desire to see happening in our lives. So one area that you can focus on is your health and fitness. So think about your health and fitness goals. What is it that you would like to change about your health? It could be how you eat. So it could be what you eat. Is there anything that you desire to stop eating that you know that is bad for you, or that's causing you illnesses, and is a contributing factor to something that might affect you health wise? So it could be eating certain things that you're not supposed to eat. It could be maybe your weight. Maybe there is a risk attached to where you're at in terms of your weight. So you could focus on that. Do you need to exercise? How many times do you need to exercise every week? What is it that you need to cut off from your diet? Or what is it that you might need to include? Fruits, vegetables. So for me, I've really been focusing on making sure that I focus on really having fresh fruits, because I realize that I rarely have fresh fruits. I know I have fruits time to time, but not more often than I should. And honestly, the past few weeks I've been doing that, and I feel so much better. So something else that I've also been doing is eating brown bread. I switched from white bread to brown bread, white sugar to brown sugar, and also trying to really go the brown way. That's one thing that I've been also doing, which has also been quite helpful. I remember last year my biggest struggle is I just really didn't feel so energetic by the time I'm at work. Say I work a few hours in the morning, I feel exhausted, I feel like I can't go on, I feel like I would have like headaches, I'll feel so dehydrated. So I'm looking at that and seeing, what do I need to start eating that makes me feel energetic? Good food, clean food, that would just give me so much energy that I could work throughout the day. And that means no junk food. Really also taking in like less sugar, because I really like have a sweet tooth, and sometimes I feel like it kind of just makes me feel a certain way. So I want to also have like less sugar, and I feel like by doing that I have so much like energy. I don't feel, and I feel like it for the last couple of weeks I feel so good. So something else that you could also look into as well is finances. So the area of your finances, like what are your financial goals? What is it that you want to achieve financially this year? Whether it comes to saving, how to save, how to spend your money, do you need to learn how to budget? And budgeting is not like a one size fits everybody, because we all have different sources of income, and our family sizes are also different. You could be single, you could be married, you could have a huge family with extended family members as well. So that also requires you obviously to really get advice from a financial expert. And I think one thing that I have come to learn, especially financially, is if I don't know what's happening financially and I really can't figure it out, I think I came to the conclusion this year that when I need help, I just need to seek out for it. I need to ask. I'd rather have an expert. I'd rather join a program. I'd rather speak to somebody concerning finances, because doing it alone, So just being financially disciplined, how I can like budget, how I can manage my home, use it with my finances, how I can learn how to save, definitely will require me to like seek out a lot of like help from an expertise. And I'm married, but sometimes you find that even when you are married, both of you as a couple, you just definitely need help. And I think for us, I kind of feel like that's what we need. So yeah, so you might need to like see a financial coach, you might need to like join a program. There's so many programs that help people financially, and just being really literate in that area. And I feel like that is so important, because your lifestyle tends to like change. So I think it's always important to be to be financially literate and just be educated often, and keep learning about finances, keep learning about money. Even when you're broke, you still need to learn about money. And I think that's the thing, we tend to put off certain things because we think, well, I don't have the money. But that's really the best time for you to learn about money, so that when it comes into your hands, you know exactly what to do. You know exactly how to handle your finances as well. Another area that you can also focus on is also relationships, be family. So maybe you're a busy person and you might need to commit to spending time with your family. Maybe marriage has been on the rocks 2021, and you might just need to work on that in this year 22. You might need extra help as well in this. You might need extra help as well. You might need counseling, you might need guidance, and it's okay to ask for help. There's no shame in asking for help, because it just makes you so better. Whatever you do not know, there's always somebody equipped and better who knows, and they can assist you in that area of your life. And at the end of the day, I truly believe like happiness is not just like one picture and that's just it. Like you just have one goal to attain. Like I just want to be rich and that's what's going to make me happy. Or if I'm going to have that job, until I have it, that's when I'm going to be happy. But it's just really your entire life in general. And that's why I feel like working on different areas of your life is so much better than writing just a mere list of like, okay, what is it that I want in 2022? I want a car, I want this, and you don't really know if that fits in so well for the things that you don't really know why you want those things. Okay, so I truly believe that working in many areas of your life could just really help a lot of things to just flow, in your life, because you know that this is what you have, this is what's happening in your life, these are the challenges that you're facing, and this is why you want to work towards something, unlike writing just like a wish list and thinking like, okay, it's just going to happen. So part of working on relationships, so sometimes it's not really like a we thing, but probably just like an I thing, where you just work on yourself as a person so that you can be better for other people. Even in a family dynamic, that is also important. Like you are working on yourself so that you can be better for your kids, better for your spouse, and just better for you in general. And so yeah, you might need therapy, you might need a lot of time on your own to pray, to really look at things from an introspective point of view. time to just like heal from like a lot of things that have happened that may affect the relationships that are around you. So those are things that are really realistic to work on, and you could be thinking like, well, yeah, it sounds good, but it is it is when you start, it's realistic when you start seeking help and really being specific about what's so challenging, what are the things that you have not healed from, and how can you just really heal. When you just find help, it is so much easier. It is so much easier. Career wise as well, like what are your goals as well, even in that area. I'm not going to like speak much on this because I feel like that's not really my strong suit, but I feel like even in the working environment, you might need a mentor, someone to just help you go about and growing as a person in the workplace. And maybe you need to pivot as well, and you're seeing that in your life. There's changes that you want to see in your environment. Maybe you're in the wrong working place. So those are things that you can look at as well. I think it's just really important to always ask yourself, like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? So that could help you really narrow down what it is that you want to see and how you think you can get there. Another area of your life which I feel like I'm just kind of learning and understanding is growing your faith. And I think it's kind of different because last year I kind of pushed myself to always like um, get into the word, to pray, make sure that I study. But then coming into this year, I just felt like I wanted to be more specific. So I started to really think about how can I always get into the word every day, to read God's words consistently. And then I was like now thinking of a Bible reading plan, like what books can I read in this month of January or the first quarter of the year? Like, what Bible books can I read? So I started to like list down and then know that in the second quarter of the year, probably I want to like read these books. And even studying the Bible as well, like what what areas of my life do I want to um what areas of my life do I feel like challenged or affected, where I feel like I just really want to get in the word. I started to like think about topics which I felt like were for me, specifically for me. So maybe it's for you. I just want to give an example. Maybe you're just really struggling in the area of forgiveness towards somebody and it's just like so hard. So maybe like you can spend a month on like reading and studying sermons on forgiveness and like reading God's word in that area of your life and listening or reading messages, just really in that area and just really working through that area. And I think that was like a changer for me because I've never done that and I've never had that idea. So you might want to be specific about certain areas and certain topics that you want that are personal to you and they're so specific for a reason. Maybe you're dealing with rejection, you're dealing with some kind of trauma or loss, or a relationship that's ended and you're healing from that as well. And it could be purpose, like you trying to figure out your why. Those are things that you can just like list down as topics and what you're ready to deal with at the moment, and then look for the sermons that you feel that speak into that area of your life, and try to do that just really by focusing on that like for most of the time. So you can do this for 1 month, then maybe in February you can study this topic, then March you can study that topic, and just also be practical in that area of your life. And I think maybe extensively also studying and getting into the word is so much better, because I think I have been in a situation where like you study the word and then one moment you feel awesome, and then the next thing you see that person who hurt you and you feel all broken down and you're like, I just received the word, how come I feel like this today? So sometimes you might need to spend so much more time on a specific topic that is just personal to you. I guess this is more like just a guidance on how you can just really be break down certain things and just really work on them, and then write your goals underneath the areas of your life. What do you want to see in your relationships, in your marriage? What do you want to see in yourself? What kind of results do you want to see financially, in terms of your career? And then you can like write down your goals. This is what you want to work towards, what you really want to resolve this year, 2022. And then write down your goals and start working towards your goals, and make sure you ask for help. And I think for me, that's one thing that I feel like is so important, is asking for help. And I think it's so hard to ask for help because there's so much pride and also sometimes shame, because you just don't want to look like you don't have it. But it is so much easier when you find the right people, when you are guided by the right person, mentor, coach, whatever program it is that you can join that can just help you in a certain way. Doing it all by yourself, it is just a non-starter. So I feel like, you just need to swallow your pride and just don't feel ashamed to ask. Like, you need that help, you need that advice, you need that counseling. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you don't get to miss out on anything from me. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed and take care. Bye.